Hello guys, this is Spicy Bill and this is going to be a review on a Bandai Tamashii Nations Tamashii Stage Act combination. This one here is in the smoke clear color, and this one is, these are supposed to be designed specifically for Robot Damashii figures. Not for Gunpla. Nowhere does it mention that it's compatible with Gunpla, but as you can see here, it's fully compatible with high-grade Universal Century 144 scale Gunpla. So yeah, the adapter works with the peg hole on the Gunpla. Now I will talk about it a little bit further on the compatibility and stuff like that. So just stay tuned for that. Okay, so this accessory, or this I guess technically it's accessory, was released in 2015, made in China. Here we have the information, all in Japanese. Here we have the side of the box, very nice, showing you some combinations that you can do with the Tamashii Stage Act combination. Okay, and this is what you get. You get two stages, two these posing rods, and we get parts so you can create various kind of action poses and stuff like that. Okay, here we have the back of the box. You can see the stage can be combined into like a display, and you can also create action scenes using like this combination right here. And you can also create your own customized combinations. I guess the sky's the limit. It's highly customizable. You can do whatever you want. You can have your Gunpla or your Robot Damashii, act out some kind of a battle scene. You just gotta buy a whole bunch more. Obviously, this is distributed by Bluefin in North America. It is recommended for ages 15 and up. Here we have the Jan code. This is the Japanese version of their UPC. Even Japan is rated for ages 15 and up, and for more information you can go to tamashii.jp. Okay, so there we go. Here we have the clamshell packaging. I already have everything taken out. It's very simple. So I'm using one of the combination format right here. I'm doing it this way, right there, like that. So I can have the two kits posed, and you can also separate them out to create a different format if you want to. So anyway, let's go ahead and just take a look at this thing. So you can see I have the RX-78 Gunpla, the HG revived Gunpla right here, duking it out with the Zaku 2, the Federation version. And yeah, it's very nice. Alright, so since these are specifically designed for Robot Damashii, you do have to be aware of one very important fact. While these things can connect into the Gunpla, the peg hole for the action base, this peg is actually a little bit oversized. Obviously they don't want to lose sales of the Gunpla action base to these Tamashii action bases or Tamashii stages, so yeah, they make it slightly not compatible. So if you're gonna use it for prolonged periods, the peg hole on the Gunpla kit is probably gonna get enlarged. So that will kind of make it a little bit loose fitting on the if you're gonna use the put your Gunpla on the Gunpla action base. But you know what? Honestly, I think these are actually superior to the action base because they use like a harder plastic, and you don't have to build anything, and plus it's somewhat less finicky. My experience with I love the action bases. However, sometimes they do get kind of like finicky and loose and stuff like that. So that's one aspect of the action bases that I don't like. That's why I think from now on I'm actually just gonna get a couple of these to display my Gunpla kits, because I really like these display rods. I think they're actually pretty solid. Yeah, so you can see they really hold their position, and I guess if it gets loose, you can always tighten the screws on these. So that makes it very very versatile. And I just feel like if this thing, like if I drop this thing off the table, it's not gonna break while the action bases, I actually have broken some parts on one of my action base recently. So I was like, maybe I should try these out. I mean, worst come to worst, if you're concerned about damaging your Gunpla kits, what you can do is just take a sandpaper and you can sand this peg, sand it down a little bit so it will just fit better into the model kit. That's assuming if you do not want to ever use these with your Robot Damashii, because once you sand down the tip, it's still gonna work with the Robot Damashii. It's just the Robot Damashii figure is gonna fit very loose, and there's a chance that they're gonna fall off the peg once you modify it. So that's just something to be aware of. If you don't care about your Gunpla, you don't really have any. If you want to reuse these with your Robot Damashii and Gunpla, and since Gunplas are cheaper and it's more widely available, you can just force it in. You can just force this peg into the connector part. It will eventually enlarge the port, but hey, you know what? It's Gunpla. It's cheaper. It's more convenient and more readily available. And Gunpla is always getting reprinted, unlike Robot Damashii figure. So yeah, that's one option you can do. Once you push it down, you don't have to force it all the way into the you don't have to force a connection completely. You can just have the tip connected into the the port, and it should work fine. You shouldn't have any problem. I mean, look, this thing is solid. It's really not coming off. So yeah. And you can connect these to anywhere on this piece right here. So that's actually very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and just get this thing disconnected, and let me break it down to show you some of the components. Okay, it's actually very simple. That's there we go, like that. And we'll just put this lock right here, just repositioning. Okay, so basically you've got one of these parts like that. This is let you do your custom posing options, and then we also have these two adapters, and you can attach them anywhere you want to create various different combinations. You can stick it right here like that. Yeah, stick it right here like that, and then you can have this piece like just floating off like this in the corner, and then you can attach this piece right there like that, if that's what you want. Use your imagination. So this is actually really nice, and the plastic is super robust, so it's not finicky like like a model kit or something like that. This is really, really solid plastic. So yeah, don't have to worry about it like cracking, breaking, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and stick the front part right here. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not that many reviews on YouTube about this kind of product, especially being used with Gunpla. That's why a lot of people have been asking me, like, does these work with Gunpla? I'm like, I don't know. I was told that it may not work with Gunpla, but as you can see right here, hey, at least it works with high grade 1/44 scale. So I think if it works with high grade Universal Century, it should work with all the high grade kits in the line, because they're compatible with all the action base. So yeah, this is a pretty good alternative. Consider you can actually get the Tamashii Stage Act combination online for around $12.99. That's a pretty good value. I mean, consider if you're getting the action base, the action base 5, the action base 4. I think they cost around $7 to $10. And you only get one. Well, technically you can modify it to fit multiple kits into the action base 4 and 5, but I think this is somewhat of a better choice, because you don't really have to build anything, and it's super solid. The plastic just feels like a lot more sturdy than the plastic that they use for the model kits. So yeah, and I trust this this posing rod. This thing is actually super, super nice. So I'm actually thinking about getting a couple more of these to pose my Gunpla with. Yeah, I think this is like the way to go. I'm probably not gonna get any more action bases in the future because I have found the better alternative. I definitely prefer this method over the good old action base. Yeah. You know, the thing is, at one point I have like 20 action bases and I don't even use them. They were just like sitting in boxes and stuff like that when I moved. And ever since I moved, I really haven't been displaying my Gunpla because, you know, I don't have a lot of room in my apartment. And yeah, now with the I guess with the Zaku, well, actually, yeah, it still works. You just kind of have to force it a little bit. Now there's a couple of things you can do. You know, you can either modify your Gunpla, make the pick hole bigger, you know, with a hand drill and stuff like that, and make it just, you know, more compatible. But then that's assuming if you never want to use an action base adapter, like don't want to go back to using a Gunpla action base adapter, then you can modify your Gunpla kit to work with these Tamashii stages, or you can, you know, modify the stages if you don't plan on buying any or collecting any of the Robot Damashii figures. It's completely up to you. You do what you want to do with it. And there we go. So, that is the review on the Bandai Tamashii Stage Act combination. Let me know what you guys think about this. Anywhere between $12.99 to $15.99. I think this is a good value. And consider, you know, you actually get two of these. I think these are actually pretty good. So anyway, they're available in various colors. You have the smoke clear, you have the clear, and then you have the blue. So, all right, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.